Hi everyone. First, I want to let you know what a refugee is. So, a refugee is a happy human being who happened to be displaced because they were running for their lives. In 1999, I was studying acting in Kosovo. I was in rehearsals in the academy with my colleagues. The scene that we were doing was going really well. We were doing a scene from Shakespeare. And we were very excited to show it to our professor. Well, spoiler alert, that never happened. Because the situation in my country was getting worse and worse. Basically, more massacres, more killings were going on, and it got too dangerous for us to stay in Kosovo. Too dangerous to rehearse our scene, too dangerous to rehearse Shakespeare. So in horror we left, and Shakespeare had to wait. And so the moment we were displaced, we were called refugees. So you are the same person, but now with a label. And the countries who are living in freedom and should open their doors sometimes choose to see only the label, and not the human being that you are, living in the same city as them, the city called Earth. So you are the same person, or shall I say, I am the same person. Human being, daughter, sister, friend, actress, enjoying doing the scene from Shakespeare with my colleagues. And the next minute, I'm running for my life, going into another country, literally in front of the other country's door. And for a moment, that door is closed, because that country who is living in freedom doesn't want to accept us, doesn't want refugees. And you are like, dude, I don't even want to live in your country. I want to continue rehearsing Shakespeare, but for this moment, I have guns pointing at me, and the least you can do is open your doors. I already feel sad that I had to leave my home, and you are not ready to give me a smile, give me a welcoming hug. The moment the war is finished, I can't wait to go back. And that is exactly what happened. The moment the war was finished in Kosovo, I went back, and that is what most of the people did. They went back. I couldn't wait to go back and see my father, which at the time had decided to stay, even though he knew he could get killed. I couldn't wait to see my house, or if my house was ruined, just to see my garden, to feel that space, to hug the trees in my garden, which I grew up with, to enjoy the air in my country, which smelled of freedom and peace. In 50 years, our children and grandchildren can look back and say, we feel so proud of what our parents and grandparents did. They opened doors and saved lives. We feel proud. Or they can say, it was criminal what our parents and grandparents did. They chose not to open their doors. It was so primitive. So all of you countries living in freedom, you have a choice. What do you want your children to say about you? What do you want your grandchildren to say about you? Just like it was so primitive that women couldn't vote hundreds of years ago, not opening your country's doors to refugees, in 50 years it will be primitive. The world's natural course is to be more and more connected and to have world peace. And when we have world peace, there won't be any more refugees. We shouldn't forget that we are all living together in the city called Earth, and we are all traveling together through space. Happy holidays.